The evening was quiet, the kind of quiet that comes with years of familiarity. I was sitting on the couch, flipping through channels, when my wife Sarah walked into the living room. She seemed distant, her eyes vacant, her mind clearly elsewhere. It wasn't like her. "Hey, I have to see my therapist tomorrow," she said, her voice softer than usual. "Therapist?" I repeated, confused. "Is everything okay?" She brushed it off, saying it was just some things from the past she needed to work through. I didn't think much of it at the time, but something felt off. Why hadn't she mentioned therapy before? And why was she so vague about it? We'd been married for 5 years, and I thought I knew Sarah better than anyone. We built a life together based on trust, love, and mutual respect. But now, I couldn't shake the feeling something was wrong. The next morning, I decided to pick up her favorite coffee, hoping to surprise her and ease the tension I had felt the previous night. But as I left the coffee shop, something caught my eye. I saw Sarah getting into a car with a man. I knew immediately who it was: Ethan, her ex, the one she'd been with before we met. I'd always been uncomfortable with their past, but Sarah had assured me there was nothing to worry about. But seeing them together like that, so casually, made my stomach drop. Why hadn't she told me about meeting him? Why wasn't she honest? I tried to push the thought away, but it nagged at me. The rest of the day was a blur. I texted her, asking how her therapy session went, but I didn't get a response. The silence between us felt heavy, and I couldn't ignore the questions swirling in my mind. That night, I couldn't hold it in anymore. When Sarah walked in, I was waiting for her. She seemed surprised to see me standing there, my arms crossed, my expression serious. "Where were you today?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "Why were you with Ethan?" Her face paled, and she stepped back a little. "What do you mean?" she asked, looking confused. "I saw you today," I said, my voice shaking with a mixture of frustration and hurt. "You were with him. Why didn't you tell me?" She hesitated, clearly caught off guard. "It's not what you think," she said, her voice trembling. "Then what is it?" I snapped. "Why didn't you mention that you were meeting him? Why all the secrecy?" She seemed to struggle with her words. Finally, she said, "He's been helping me with some things, unresolved issues from the past." "Unresolved issues?" I asked, incredulity rising in my chest. "You're telling me that you've been meeting with your ex, someone from your past, to work through things? Why couldn't you talk to me about this? Why keep it from me?" She looked down, tears forming in her eyes. "I didn't want to hurt you. I thought I could handle it on my own. I didn't want to burden you." "You're burdening me now," I said, my anger rising. "You've been lying to me. You've been keeping secrets from me. You've been meeting with him behind my back, and now you expect me to just understand?" "I never meant to hurt you," she said quietly, her voice cracking. "But you did," I said, feeling a tightness in my chest. "You've hurt me by keeping this from me. You've broken my trust." I walked away, but the hurt followed me like a shadow. I spent the next few days obsessing over what had happened. I couldn't stop thinking about the secrecy, the lies. I went through her phone, her emails, even reached out to her friends to piece together the truth. And what I found only deepened my heartbreak. They had been meeting far more often than she had admitted. Texts, calls, meetings, things she had never shared with me. It was all there, right in front of me. The woman I had loved, the one I thought I knew so well, had been hiding a part of her life from me. When Sarah came home that evening, I confronted her again, this time with the undeniable evidence. "I know everything," I said, my voice cold and steady. "The texts, the calls, the meetings. You've been lying to me, and I can't ignore it anymore." Her face went white as she tried to speak, but the words didn't come. "I'm so sorry," she whispered, but it was too late. The damage had already been done. The trust that had held our relationship together was shattered, and no apology could fix it. "I loved you, Sarah," I said, my voice breaking. "But you've broken me. You've chosen him over me, over us. And I can't keep living like this." She reached for me, tears streaming down her face, but I stepped back. "You've made your choice," I said, my voice final. "And now I have to make mine." That night, I left. I couldn't look back. I couldn't continue living in a lie, pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. As I walked away, I realized that love isn't just about passion, it's about trust. And once that trust is gone, there's nothing left to hold on to. If you've ever been betrayed, you know the pain. You know what it's like to have your trust broken. But let me tell you this, you're stronger than you think. Don't settle for someone who can't be honest with you. Don't stay in a relationship built on lies. If you've ever been through something similar, share your story in the comments below. Let's talk about healing, moving forward, and becoming stronger than we ever were before.